Ngadu goes international, people. From the Philippines, a teacher, a faith builder, a bodybuilder. Welcome to Ngadu. Ngobrol aja dulu.
I'll be chasing colors.
Hello, Sir PJ.
Hello, Sir
Okay,
Christian.
hello. A long time no see, yeah, because of the
Yeah,
working from home. How long? 1.5 year?
yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
since March 2020, yeah. But thanks to technology, we can meet here online. Yeah. How was life, sir? This 1.5 year?
It's pretty. First half, I think 6 months was a lot of adjustment,
Mhm.
a lot of adjustment.
Your wife is also a teacher, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
she's principal actually in KJ.
yeah, principal. Yeah, okay. So both of you now work from home, yeah, because our
Yep.
school is not. So yeah, it's been a long time. Usually we met every day, and sometimes we have lunch together in the teacher's room. But now we have to have lunch or on our own at home. Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. What do you teach, sir? Here, probably the viewers later wanted to know. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
yeah. Okay, so I teach Faith Builder, which is basically like a Bible classes
Mm-hmm.
for high schoolers,
Mm-hmm.
and yep, that's the topic that I teach. I teach from Sec 1 until Sec 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that will be grade 7 to 10. Yeah, I think in Indonesia,
Yep.
actually we use grade 7, 8, 9, 10. But in our school they have sec 1, sec 2, sec 3. But
Correct.
how about the others, sir? If they are not Christians, do they take faith
Okay.
builder as well?
It's still optional.
Okay.
So, for example, for non-Christians, they can either take my class
Hmm.
or they can take character first, which
Oh,
focuses more on their character.
okay. So they
But
can
they're still
choose.
welcome.
But if they are Christians, do they have to take faith builder, or can they choose character first?
They're mandatory to stay in my
Uh,
class.
yeah, for the faith builder. Yeah. Okay, okay. But I think looking at you and your life in IG story and also at your physical appearance, I think you are more onto the bodybuilder, not the faith builder. Yeah. Because I think we also share some stories back then, yeah, where you really work out so well. And even I look at your IG every day, you work out. I think you even have some of the tools at your home, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
you buy it.
uh, yeah, I actually had to buy because the gym that I used to go to would open and close. Remember, depending on the restrictions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it got frustrating, right? So and I wasn't going to risk myself and my wife going to the gym
Mm.
because of the conditions. So that's why I said the first 6 months was very difficult because um, the workout was just doing stuff from home. Remember when they had this trend in Facebook, the
Yeah,
push
yeah.
up challenge,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, eventually you get tired of just doing push-ups for 1 month. So I was like, oh, this is getting boring.
Yeah.
So I had to invest. Thankfully for Tokopedia has all of these
Oh,
stuff, right?
oh, yeah, 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 correct.
And I just bought everything from there. It's
Yeah,
helped a lot.
yeah. And for you, working out is, I mean, like your daily life, yeah. So it will be not a good thing to not work out, yeah. Do you really
Yeah,
work
that's
out
very
every day? Really every day, or
at least six times out of 7 days
7?
in a week.
Okay, okay,
I only
okay.
have usually one day off. That would be on Sundays, which of course is church day.
And that will be your rest day, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Back then, I think about 3, 4 years ago, I also joined like a gym membership, but I think I'm not as strong will like you. So I think usually come like twice a week, but then once a week, and then sometimes a month. I don't come to the gym, but I think for you it's a good investment. Yeah, correct, because you do it every day. So I think you need it at home.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
very true. And I think this is more important now,
Mm.
even more now,
Yeah, yeah.
during the pandemic, because it makes you feel more relaxed and it stimulates your hormones as well.
Mm-hmm.
And for your viewers, I strongly encourage you, whatever you guys are into, whether it's dancing, whether
Yeah.
it's lifting weights, just do it.
Yeah,
because it's going to help you, especially now, because we're always in Zoom, right? And
yeah,
we're
yeah.
always sitting down most of the time. And I noticed there's less movements at home as compared to when we go when we're from school.
Mm,
You have to climb the stairs. You
yeah.
have to go to different classrooms.
Mm-mm.
Nowadays, it's different.
Yeah, correct.
So working out is really essential for me at least.
Correct, correct, correct. I know some people are going cycling, yeah, jogging. Yeah, I know some people try to do that, but yeah, correct. I think exercising is very important nowadays. Nowadays, yeah. So, but I think probably the question is sometimes, yeah, when I talk with my colleagues, with my friends, the question is sometimes, you are also a husband, right? We are adult, we have work to do, we have jobs, a lot of roles to play. Still, you find time to do this work. How many hours do you usually work out, like a day? How long?
Usually an hour.
Okay.
So I prepare everything ahead of time. I just have to set a goal to at least
Ah.
fit that schedule within the day. So
Mm.
as much as possible, that's my only me time,
Yeah. Okay. Mm-mm.
because the rest of the time you would either be working or fulfilling your duties as a husband or as a teacher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I
uh,
also saw in your IG story sometimes at night you're also attending this online meeting, right? Like online, like is it church, is it like service, things like that, right? Yeah, so what was the time for you to work out then? After school, 4, 5 o'clock?
yeah, usually immediately after school. So I just have like my pre-workout meal. So I just eat something healthy, and then I go straight to my workout. Then
Mm-mm.
after that, yeah, I still have more prayer meetings in the
Yeah.
evening, and yeah.
Mm.
So at least
Okay.
it's always still a balance. There's your physical life and your spiritual life
Mm.
also.
That's great. That's great. I think that's what some of us are lacking. Yeah, sometimes we are caught up with our job, with our responsibilities, and then we forgot our physical health or even spiritual health. But then, since you mentioned the food, sir, I am also interested with that. I always see you bring your own lunch. You cook your own lunch. How long have you
Yes,
been eating that?
I think ever since maybe 2015, 16.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you ate just once, right? Isn't I think you told me that you ate once per day. Is it?
No, not it's actually more frequent.
Mm-mm.
So for example, I would have 4 or 5 meals,
Oh.
but smaller. It's in smaller portions.
Oh, okay, okay. And everything is counted, yeah. All the like the calories, the is it counted?
Uh, Nowadays, I just focus on the protein. So
Uh,
for example, I would aim for 180 grams of protein.
mm,
Um, if I reach that, then that's the goal already.
mm,
The calorie wise, sometimes I overlap, but
mm.
it's okay as long as I get the protein in, which is going to feed my muscle. Yeah, that's the important part.
I don't think
And
I can eat that.
it's a huge, I think, help because my wife is also into clean eating. If it's a different way, let's say, for example, my wife is not into clean eating, it would be difficult. But
Mm-hmm.
since both of us are eating healthy, it makes, I think, preparing meals easier, like going to the grocery easier as
Yeah,
well.
correct,
So
correct.
that's a factor.
Yeah, that's also great. Yeah, I think I also look at that into your life that you and your wife have the same interests. So I think sometimes I see you guys work out together. I think that's really great. Yeah, that you can support each other, so that
Yeah,
it will be much nicer. And as you said, it's much easier, right? Mm-mm.
that's true.
And so how long have you done this? Because I think we also talked about this. I think last year, yeah, that you actually wanted to become a bodybuilder, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
Actually, career wise, when you look at it, it's like I retired.
already good,
Retired
retired.
already. Yeah,
Uh,
because I used to compete when around 2012, I think,
okay,
until 2015. So it's very short, around three
okay.
years only.
That was
Uh,
in the Philippines, yeah.
yeah, I was in the Philippines. I
Okay.
was in the Philippines.
So you join a national competition like that?
Yeah, yeah, just a
Ah.
local competition, and it was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting, and you meet a lot of people from different
Mm-hmm.
places. And
But then
You really
after
have to.
that, after 2015, you retired, but you still do this workout because you just love working out. Yeah.
Exactly,
Mm,
exactly. So I might not compete anymore, but it's more for the health benefits.
yeah.
It's like once you get into it, it's not really an addiction, but
Yeah.
you just it just sticks to you.
Yeah.
So even though I'm not competing anymore, it's become a lifestyle. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's
Correct. Correct. It becomes a habit, becomes a routine. Yeah. It's like something missing if you are not working out. Yeah.
that's true.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's true.
Nah, probably one thing is that what I mean, adult like us, as I said before, yeah, adult or people, young adults who have a lot of responsibilities, jobs, priorities. What tips can you give to still maintain this balanced life between work, entertainment, and then still exploring your passion and keeping it alive? Any tips?
I think what you can do is start with the realistic goals. For
Okay.
example, if you're really busy, just find time. 30 minutes is a huge difference. Maybe every day, every other day. So start small. And then one thing I always tell them also is, don't keep looking at the scale. A lot
Okay.
of a lot of us focus on results immediately.
Ah, okay.
Um, but once you work out, there's a lot of changes that are going on in your body. It might
Okay.
not immediately drop body fat. You might be gaining muscle, so you
Mm-mm.
might still have the same weight.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Not don't focus on that, but just focus on the small goals. Focus on changing your diet as well. That's another
Mhm,
thing that
mhm,
you can do. So baby steps, and then eventually you'll reach that goal. It's a long process, and you have to trust the process.
mhm.
So yeah, realistic goals. I think that's the one that they should do.
Yeah, agree. Very agree to that, sir. Because I also said this in some other of my videos. I was said to them that start small, right? We start small. We have that realistic goal. I think it applies not only to the working out, yeah, to every other passion, every other things to explore. We start small. We take that baby steps. I really agree with that. Going back to the competition, any achievement? What would be your best achievement back then?
I think that the highest one that I got was just top four in the local competition. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also received like lots of messages sometimes from students like, "Sir, how do I get bigger shoulders? How do
Oh
I
yeah,
get,"
yeah, yeah.
like randomly?
Uh,
Sometimes students will do that, and I appreciate that because when I was young, I was also looking to other like magazines like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? But I couldn't
mhm.
reach to Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But these kids, since social media, you can reach out to people and then you can give them advice.
Okay, yes.
And I think that's a huge not ego booster, but that's a huge encouragement for me, to reach out to this kids as well outside of the classroom.
Yeah, correct. That will be nice. Correct. That will be great because the students will see your life outside the teaching life, right? And you yourself will lead by example. You yourself work out every day. You yourself build your body, so of course they will look up to you. Well, that's great, sir. I think that's a very big impact. I think even bigger than the thing we do in class. Yeah.
That's true.
Usually,
That's true.
yeah,
Especially remember teens, they're like more self-conscious, the more that they age.
yeah.
So I remember because I was like that when I was
Mm,
younger. They focus more on their clothes and on their looks.
mm,
So yeah, that's
correct. Okay.
I think
Wow.
that's a helpful way.
Yes, correct. Agree. Thank you so much, Sir Vijay, for sharing here. Thank you that you gave a lot of good tips in advance. And I think probably later, if I put your IG here, you might probably get some random DMs. Will you help them if they ask you?
Sure. You know what? Just recently, I made a program for one teacher.
Wow. Okay.
So they're saying that they're only available for three times in a week. So okay, fine. I'm gonna do it for free as long as you're going to stick to it. You're going to work out.
Mm.
That can be a gift.
Yeah, wow, great. That's great. That's great. Yeah, correct. I think last year I also talked with one of my student from the previous school. She also did that. I mean, what she do is just she just compile some YouTube videos and then she make this kind of like program for for her friends. And yes, it's really useful. There are a lot of testimony about that program. So okay, guys, if you are seeing this, I'll put Mr. PJ's IG here. You can ask him. You can also check his IG profile there. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sir PJ, for sharing here. Yeah, God bless and keep being an impact everywhere you are. Thank you
Thank you
and
so much.
bye.
The blessing. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Your like and subscribe will be much appreciated. And if you think this is useful, go ahead and share the videos. Thank you.